welcome back. I took a week off because life has just been a little bit crazy here. I don't really talk about my full-time job on here. However, it has been very busy. Last week I ended up traveling last minute to New York City. I took a promotion in that job, and with that comes a little bit more responsibilities. Plus I also committed to going to New York City once a month, and it made sense for me just to go last week, even though it was last minute, and then I'll go again at the end of April, and just showing a little bit more of my experiences of doing a little bit of commuting, as well as just building content creating on the side while having a full-time job. I'm excited about it, but definitely means that things are just gonna be a little bit more busier. Plus, I feel like anytime that I start a new job, even though it's within the same company, there's a lot more to learn. There's a lot more to just figure out with my schedule. At the end of the day, my full-time job comes first, and I was a little bit bummed that I wasn't gonna be posting a vlog last week, but I think I would have went a little bit crazy if I tried to film a vlog, edit a vlog, travel to New York City, plus get all the UGC things that I had done. What are you doing? So I made the decision to skip last week, get back on track this week with posting my vlogs on Saturdays. I do think it's still gonna be a little bit chaotic to add into my routine, but with trying to build content creating on the side, the point is to show up as my realistic self and just sharing what's going on with my day-to-day routine. And honestly, this is it. It's a little bit chaotic, but it's fun. And to make things a little bit more crazier, this one is not really sleeping through the night. I feel like this has been just a common theme since he has been born, but right now he is getting 2 more teeth, one on the bottom, one on the top. Last night he was up at 1:40 for about an hour and a half, and for a little bit he was wide awake, but you could just tell he was uncomfortable. We kind of just worked through it. He went back to sleep and then ended up sleeping till like 7:15, which is his normal wake up time. I'm gonna get breakfast ready for the kids. I have my morning shake that I make almost every single day that I'm gonna make this morning as well. It's a little bit after 8. Our nanny normally gets here around 8:30, so I'm gonna try and get things done. I'm going to make your breakfast. Crazy downstairs. I feel like every time that I think that I can get a morning vlog done and just get everything set up, I can do the kids breakfast, I can get the kids ready all before 8:30, reality hits and it just doesn't happen. Which is kind of funny, and it's kind of one of those things where, you know, you're trying to show up as like the real authentic you, and that's just the reality of where I'm at right now. I have a 2, almost 3-year-old, and then I have a 1-year-old, which means our mornings are a little bit unpredictable. Sometimes they want things, sometimes they need things. And then I have a couple of things that I have to get done every single day, like make my shake, have that ready, get my water ready, get the dogs done, and ultimately it ends up taking a little bit more time than I expected. I have a couple of things that I need to get done first thing with work this morning. I have a couple of different meetings, and then I do have a UGC video that I need to get edited and submitted this morning. Sometimes I think I'm taking on a little bit more than I should be, but that's the fun of building a side hustle and trying to make this an opportunity. My biggest goal in 2026 is making this a 5-figure side hustle. I definitely think it is possible, but I might go a little bit crazy along the way. Before I get started with work, some other things that you can expect along the way in this vlog. I need to run to Target. I feel like Target is like my go-to for vlogging, but it's Easter this weekend. I do not have the kids' Easter baskets done, so I would love to go to Target, get a couple things for their Easter basket. I do not do a candy-filled Easter basket. My kids don't really eat candy at all, or if they do, it's very minimal. So I want to get them a couple of different toys or activities to put into their Easter basket and make it special for them. I feel like my parents growing up always made Easter special. I remember my mom used to do, like, we would have to go and search and find and do different clues to find our Easter basket, so that's super cute. I think my kids are a little bit too young for that right now, but maybe I'll do that in the future. Other than that, I'll probably caffeinate myself too much for the day, but take you along for the ride.
But our bodies find the drum. turning dust to golden rust, dancing in the moonlight. No steps, just the right.
If you ask me, the Easter baskets turned out perfect, and I actually don't think that I ended up overbuying as much as I thought. Now, I do have a couple of little like snacks and different filler things that I could put in the Easter baskets, but honestly, I think they turned out fine. I also think that the snacks and things like that will end up being used on a regular basis anyways. We normally will pack a thing of snacks to go out to dinner or anything like that. And maybe this big Easter bunny might seem a little bit excessive, but I think my daughter is just gonna love this one. So to me, that is totally worth it. Last thing, and my favorite find that I found at Target that I will be adding into my daughter's Easter basket. Like I said, that she's gonna be 3 soon, and I feel like she is constantly looking at my jewelry, touching my jewelry. I recently got her a jewelry box, and I got a bunch of like play dress up jewelry that can go in there. But I found this Mama and Minnie bracelet duo. I think you can see it. And so I'm gonna put it in this little packet here, and I think that this will be so perfect. Now, whether I end up letting her keep this or if I just store it and have her have it a little bit later, we'll debate on that one. If you're a girl mom or girl parent, when did you start having them wear a little bit more jewelry to where you can trust them? Or, I mean, obviously if she loses it, she loses it. Like, it's not the end of the world, but just curious, like, when did that start happening? The only things that I ended up leaving with that will not be given on Easter were something that I found in the $1 or $5 or whatever section that is in Target when you like first walk in, were these 2 little water tables. I think that they're gonna be so cute to just do like little activities on. I need to get some sand to be able to put in on one side, but hence like all like the sand shovels and different things like that that are in their Easter baskets. Now that it's getting warmer outside, I am all for all the activities that are outside that they can do every day that keeps them out of the house, away from the TV, and just allows them to enjoy the outdoors. We're not big fans of screen time, especially during the day. The kids absolutely do not watch any TV. I am all for having screens work for you if you need support with it, especially when trying to cook dinner or just different things like that. And definitely like if my husband is not around, I utilize the screen so that I can get a couple of things done around the house. I came home from Target, I got a lot of work done. It's about 4 o'clock, so our nanny is almost done for the day. Obviously, I got the Easter baskets done, so I feel like all in all, this was a perfect, productive day. I still have a little bit more work to do, but my husband's actually not gonna be home at 4. Normally, he would get the kids, I would end up working till 5, but I'm gonna get the kids at 4. Try to prep as much of dinner as I possibly can with the little ones. I have to actually hop back on and work a little bit later this evening. I have a meeting at 5:30, which is a little bit later than I tend to do. Normally 5 to like 7:30 is my no work, no meetings, nothing time. That way I can just like dedicate some time to the kids. And then normally after 7:30, I'll hop back on work. I'll check emails, anything else that needs to be followed up on. And then I'll do like my content creating and editing at that time. There's always gonna be things that I will take later meetings if I need to. And vice versa, my husband will do the same. With things switching up and being a little bit out of my control, I am going to end the vlog here. Hopefully you enjoyed spending the day with me. If you're doing an Easter basket for your kids, what's the top thing that you're putting in your Easter basket? And as always, if you enjoyed this, make sure you hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time.
Dancing in the moon.